Do you ever get frustrated during those special occasions where, either Christmas or birthdays or what have you, and you have to get a gift for your spouse, but it's so stressful because you just don't know what to get them?
Or maybe you are the recipient of that gift and you find yourself disappointed because your spouse doesn't quite know you yet. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Thencomeslove podcast. We are your hosts. We're the Butlers, Winnie and Lanidra, and we're so happy to be here with you today.
Yes, we are talking about something that we have found has been very important in our marriage, and that's the love languages, and we wanted to talk about that. We felt like it would be appropriate to talk about this with the holidays coming up. I know that there's a spouse somewhere who is super frustrated, walking around the store like, oh, I don't know what to get my spouse. And I know
love languages help.
Yes, and I know that there's a spouse who is opening gifts or just gets super disappointed around.
Eyes just a rolling, all up in here, face looking all crazy
because they feel like their spouse does not give them gifts based on their love.
What happened to the thought that counts? I guess that don't count.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Christmas is not just about gifts. Okay, it's not just about gifts, but that's what we do. That's a part of it.
It just happens to be around the holiday season. Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Days, all kind anything.
True.
Anything, just stress.
Yes,
it just comes down.
And we should not be stressed when you really understand your spouse's love language. It should be a joy to be able to do the gift giving. And so we wanted to do this so we want to share our experiences so that hopefully as you are, tidying up loose ends with Christmas, that you're not walking around there frustrated and your spouse is not walking around disappointed. So we're going to talk about love languages. So let's start off by talking about there are 5 love languages. 5 of them.
Okay.
Let's see how much you know.
In no particular order. Okay. We have words of affirmation.
Okay. Words of affirmation. What
we
else?
also have acts of service.
Okay.
There is the physical touch. There is the gift giving, as we touched on a little bit earlier today. And then there is QT, quality time.
All right.
So these are the 5 love languages.
All right. So those are 5. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, we all have some. Some of us may be strong in one. Some of us may be strong. Maybe we do kind of 2 of them. Some of them are all 5. Who knows?
Lord Jesus, I feel for the spouse who has to deal with a person with all 5. Golly. Okay. You're not all 5.
You're not all 5, but you about 4. That's for sure.
I'm not. No,
we'll
I'm
talk
not.
about that in a minute.
All right, so let's talk about what each one of them are. So if quality time is a person who just likes to spend quality time.
Netflix and really no chilling. Just Netflix. Either we were talking about quality time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Quality time. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're doing it together. Either you go to the park, you sit at home, watch TV.
Intentional time.
Just intentional time. You're just with each other. You're not busy doing other things. You're not busy, talking on the phone and doing other things like that. You're together doing whatever. That's your love language, and that's pretty easy if you're married.
So quality time could be just like we're sitting on the couch watching Netflix together. We're going for a walk, whatever. Going off and doing something together on a Saturday. Spending that quality time.
Window shopping, which I hate, but
it's quality time.
Or here's one we did that you loved and I loved for a little while, but we would go to all the open houses.
Oh yeah,
and look at all the houses, the model homes, and we walk in, act like we about to buy a house. We won't, but we would just walk through the house and get ideas. But that was just quality time. We would have a lunch, and it was
coffee.
It was something really nice that we did. That was our quality time. Now I liked it when we were actually looking to buy a house.
He don't like window shopping.
I don't like window shopping, man. I can't stand it.
See, the thing is, he has a hard time. We can give you a little sidebar.
Yeah.
He has a hard time dreaming. And see, I dream. And so for me, it's like, we can't purchase right now, but one day we will.
I think for example, we would go to the dealerships and look at these cars and stuff, and I hate doing it if I'm not going to buy, because in the past we would always get rejected. So I get in the dealership and it's like, ugh. Or I fall in love with something that I want right now, but I can't get it because we're not in a position to get it. So I just hate dealerships. I hate window shopping. I just ugh.
And a part of that was because we got married so young, and that people didn't take us seriously.
Sure.
And so he doesn't like window shopping.
And a part of that was at the time our credit score didn't take us seriously either.
That part, because we told y'all we struggled. Okay, we were on the struggle bus.
All right, we're getting off subject.
Right, so let's talk. Okay,
what was that about?
Times. All right, gifts. Let's do gifts.
Self-explanatory. This is your problem. This woman here is a gift girl. All right, and you would think just the fact that I bought you something, that should be well enough.
No.
But nah, it has to be, I felt, she's going to correct me, and that's fine. It had to be like bougie expensive.
No, you're right.
Oh.
I need to know that, I need to know.
Oh.
And nah, let me.
I can't write you a love note on a piece of paper and hand it to you and be like, I can't get you a card.
I already know you love me.
Lord have mercy.
I already know that. And so for me, it's like I want something special. And it doesn't have to be expensive all the time. I like nice things. My taste, I have expensive taste.
All right.
So it doesn't have to be expensive. It just so happens that my love language is gifts, and I like expensive things.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. I get joked to this very day because one time on her birthday, it was her birthday, and I went and I got edible arrangements. And I had them delivered to her job. Look at her face laughing at me right now as we speak. I had them delivered to her job, and it wasn't a good move.
No, you know
and
what?
her little coworkers thought it was funny to talk about me too. So I'm gonna ask the people who are responding if in the chat. Was it silly for me to get her edible arrangements for her birthday?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you can get me edible arrangements any day. I don't want edible arrangements as my gift. Okay? If you wanna surprise me with flowers, or do that on a just because, but don't let that be my only gift of edible arrangement. Okay? If you want to spend $80 on something, spend it on something that I can keep. Give me a pair of shoes. Something. Now, if he did that in addition to a gift, but that was my gift. Okay, I didn't want an edible arrangement as a gift.
Okay,
because we're gonna eat it and then it goes in the trash. Okay. I want something tangible.
All right. So that day I learned we don't.
But see, the thing is you don't get me edible arrangements of flowers again. That's not what I was saying. I was just saying I don't want that as my main gift. Well, get it just because. So now, since you want to, ask the people to chime in on that. We don't want no edible arrangement as our only gift.
Okay. Next love language.
Okay. The next one is physical touch. And so I know a lot of us feel like, okay, physical touch, you're just talking about sex. Physical touch isn't, yes, some people just, most.
It's not what we're referring to in this instance.
Yes. It could be
physical touch.
Just touching.
Holding hands. We talked about Netflix and chilling. We talked about, okay, so now we're watching the show and I have her arms around her, she got her feet on me, which I'm not a first person. But, some of y'all might. Just the fact that we're touching and together, But I mean, we're not going to sit here and act like, physical touch. It is talking about that cat. So yeah. And nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Lord help us. Baby, we're going to keep it real on
yeah, it's a marriage. But
don't tell people the nickname for it.
That's a popular nickname. That ain't like a special.
Anyway, we're going to keep moving. But I want to say one of the things that I love about you, although physical touch is not my love language, and let me just say, I know this is going to say, we're gonna be transparent for a minute.
What?
I don't like kissing. Listen, I already told y'all, when it's that time to do something, let's do it and let's go.
Change.
Okay. But the reason why it's important, which we'll talk about this in a minute, we're hitting on these love languages because you can be giving your spouse a gift based on a love language that is no longer, they change. We change as we grow, as the longer we're married, we change. The things that we like then, we don't like now. So for me, I don't like, I'm not a kisser. I could take it or leave it. When it's time to get down, it's time to get down. And you ain't got to do all that. As my brother-in-law would say, we ain't doing pity pat. Okay. Let's just get to it. But the longer that we've been married, and as I'm just kind of growing and maturing myself, I'm finding that, that's not necessarily true.
It's so messed up.
Like, with the physical touch thing, it's like, now he's like, all right, he still want to approach intimacy with me the same way that he did. Like, oh, well, let's just do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Start pulling down underwear and blah, blah, blah.
Get right down to it. Now she want to be romance.
Yes.
Now I got to sing to her. Now I got to like Ken.
Yeah, you got to play Luther
What was
Vandross.
my girl who won't try to do that?
But things change.
When I was saying things change, I meant things changing for the better. I ain't mean changing now. I got to do work.
Well,
who wanted to
First of all,
if you
love your spouse,
I'm sorry, y'all.
You wouldn't mind doing all those things. So I'm saying is, especially another sidebar, especially for women, if you don't know, I want to tell you this. I am 46 years old.
Hold on, what you about to say?
And for me,
don't do that.
My sex drive has changed. What I was in my 20s. No longer. Same for you, bro.
I'm saying, man. I'm talking about. I ain't never changed.
Same for you,
been
bro.
That dude.
We
been that dude.
Okay, and we gonna
Superman.
We gonna be transparent.
What?
In those 20s, we can go all day long. But now it's like, hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
We can 2 or 3 times a day. We're good. Now in our 40s, it's like, after one time, we're ready to go to bed.
I'm more accurate now. I hit the goal on one try. That's all it is. I hit the goal. I'm like Jordan or Kobe. That's me. You understand? Anyway,
we're gonna let him have that. But what I'm saying is, so he want to do the same thing that he did. Like, oh, let's do it, and all right, wham bam, thank you, man, we done. But now I'm like, no, I'm not ready. No, I don't want to do that. But what I'm trying to say is, with that point, before you go, I need him to romance me all day.
Right. Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So that means that physical touch, you got to start all day.
And I just need everyone to understand that I know that what she's saying is correct, and I know that I'm supposed to do these things. Problem is, I'm gonna say she raised me, but she's
taught you. I trained you
this a particular way. Mm-hmm. And so now it's like, I was able to skip all that stuff and get right down to the fun part. Mm-hmm. And not that it's not fun, lighting candles and massaging your neck and singing and all that. It's just, I never had to do it. And I got right to the surprise. Mm-hmm. And now, remember that owl back in the day, the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial? How many licks did it take to get to 1, 2, 3? That was me. 1, 2, 3. And I got to the same thing, right?
Oh my God.
For those of you who are younger, I'm sorry you missed that commercial of the Tootsie Roll Owl. But now it's, man, this is not a good example, but I have to keep licking the lollipop to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll. Anyway.
Yes. So,
yes.
Long story short, physical touch can be anything. It doesn't have to be just intimacy. But anyway, we're gonna skip past.
Where we at now?
Yeah, we're gonna skip past.
Oh,
all right.
One of yours. This is a big one for you. These go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. Acts of service.
Acts of service. So that could be foreplay for you as acts of service. If I wash some dishes and mop the floors and all that stuff,
I see what you're saying.
It can go down to
it's going down.
Touch.
Oh yeah. If I see him doing something on the honey-do list, like, bruh.
And I feel like most moms, and if you're in that stage, you're a mom, you have a couple of kids, and you're running around and you're doing all these things, if your spouse comes in and takes half your load off, or even more than half your load, or takes all of it, and you come in and don't have to do anything, that might be enough to get you there. Mm-hmm. And so,
though you shouldn't do it for that. Get that.
No, guys, don't do it for that. But it is a love language of yours to receive acts of service.
Yes, it is.
So for me, we've talked about this before, about washing dishes, vacuuming, all the house stuff. And for us, it's house stuff because she's a neat freak. It's not because, she's a female, she has to clean. No. She's a neat freak.
I'm glad you said that.
She's a neat freak. She has to, that's for her. Mm-hmm. So that's my act of service.
I'm glad you said that because I don't want you to put women in this category
no.
that we gonna be butt naked in the kitchen and cleaning all day while you at work.
No, I never experienced
it goes
that.
both ways. We both work around here, around these parts.
For sure.
All right, the last one is words of affirmation.
This is me, and I don't know, it's because I started off young and I got a lot of bad things happen to me. My confidence was low when we first got married. But words of affirmation, that is for me. Tell me you love me, and tell me how much I mean to you, and tell me how much I mean to the family, and tell me how much you can't live without. I need all that. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm a words of affirmation guy. You ain't got to give me no gifts. Just say, hey, baby, I love you, and you just the greatest. And for whatever reason, I feel good about it, and I'm good. Words, that's for me.
Yeah.
All day.
And it's and again, the reason why we're doing this is because I have found that now that I know that that's his love language, I am being intentional about giving him that. It's easy for me to give him what I want to receive. And that's where I think sometimes where we get messed up. I remember a friend of mine, it was her birthday and I said, well, I want to get you something. She's like, no, don't give me anything. That's your love language. I was like, oh, it is. And so it's easy for you to give what you want, but you have to be intentional when you're giving somebody a love language based on their love language and not yours. Yeah. And so I find myself being very intentional about, encouraging him. He's so hard on himself sometimes. And like I shared with y'all, I feel like God is kind of giving me a heart for men because I understand what they carry. I'm so glad I don't have to lead. I'm not responsible for our house. But I understand that's a weight that he carries. And so I try to encourage him all the time. Like, he's not a fixer-upper guy. And I'm always like, babe, you can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. YouTube, though, your boy, those are things I didn't think I could do.
Mm-hmm. And so when he does it, I'm like, I make sure I encourage him.
And I need to hear it.
Yeah. And so, yes. And so, I'm very intentional about that. So when we're trying to eliminate the frustration of special holidays, gifts, giving gifts based on your love language, we wanted to share, some of our experiences because Wendell, and we'll do this really quickly because we're already probably like 15, 16 minutes in at this point.
We can go 3 hours. They ain't
going to listen. But anyway,
we won't do.
We wanted to share some of our experiences because Wendell, there have been times when he's been very frustrated when it's time for Christmas or whatever. And I'm like, babe, I'm excited. I'm excited to receive the gifts. And he's irritated when he's at the store.
Well, yeah, because for me, not understanding your love language, I thought it was about, I got to get her an expensive gift. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. It got to cost a lot of money. It got to be nice. And I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to the stores. I couldn't find anything. And it was like a lot of times, and I think what it is too, in the past, I didn't have the money. Mm. And so it always seemed like we didn't have money when it's time to get you something. So you were always disappointed. Mm. And so now that we have it, I want to make sure that, hey, I get her this gift and I want to make sure it's right. And that's where the stress comes in because I don't know exactly. I know what you like, but under a Christmas tree, I just, I don't know.
And you know what
I can't pick out no outfit for you. I can't pick out no outfit, no shoes. You know what I mean? I know the perfume, but I have to ask you, give me a list of what you want. Mm-hmm. Tell me what's important to you. Yeah. And then I'll buy it. And I give it to you, and I don't like that because I feel like it ruins the surprise.
No,
but
because
at this point,
I don't know what you're getting. I'm fine with it.
Me too at this point.
And so it helps you by me helping you by providing a list, and I'm not disappointed on Christmas because you listened to what I said. I just want to know that you listened and that I feel seen. That you're not frustrated. Like I want it to be fun for you. I want you to enjoy to get me stuff. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about examples maybe for these gifts, and then we can kind of wrap it up. So for words of affirmation, what would be something, because that's your thing, what would be something that I could get you, based upon your love language?
I mean, well, you already touched on it. Babe, hey, I really appreciate you really did a good job when you did X, Y, Z. It's like a little boy. It's like a little kid. You did a good job, Johnny, in school today. I mean, it sounds silly, but that's kind of what it is. And I don't know why. Maybe I got issues. Maybe I need to go to counseling. But words of affirmation that's it. And if you already covered it, like, hey, did a great job in the fan. Oh, I believe you can do it. Like, I got a sand the stairs case right now. and you do all that. You was like, babe, you got it. I know you can do it. It's gonna be fine. And that's it. I appreciate you. I love you. Just those types of things.
So let me give an example of that real quick. So he just said, I asked him, what can I give him for Christmas based on his love language? And he just says words of affirmation. Now for me, I'm like, well, I got to get you a gift, but that is his gift. He's fine with that. So like for us, for Christmas, even now we're going on a trip in January, and he's like, I don't care how much money we spent on this trip. I'm still going to put something under the tree for you. But he doesn't want anything.
Yeah.
So it's just, so sometimes for you, what I'm saying, for the other person, it may not seem fair or even, but it's not based on what you want. It's what they want.
Man,
so
we're dads.
Maybe
Dads
it's
on Christmas.
a card or something, whatever. All right,
I can go there.
Let's do acts of service. So acts of service is one of mine. I am gifts and acts of service. So maybe an example for you would be
I could pay someone to clean the house.
Yes.
Because I could clean it, but it ain't gonna be to her liking. So if I pay a professional to come in, clean it, it's not that bad. She will, and her not know about it. She walk in the house and see. That would be one great thing.
Or maybe it's giving you a gift certificate to get your car washed.
One Valentine's Day, we had a chef come in and make us Valentine's Day dinner.
Father's Day. I did that for you for
Oh, so I didn't do that?
That's okay. But that's an example.
I thought I did.
That's an example. Or like I said, something not as expensive could be like, hey, I paid a service to get your car detailed, or something that I would normally have to do.
I have the kids. I've set up a time for you to go out with your girlfriends, and you guys go out and have lunch.
That's
I
a good
have the
one.
kids.
That's a good one.
That's
That's a good one.
Basically all acts of service is taking the load off of one partner.
Yep. There you go. There you go. All right. Physical touch.
Physical touch is what it is. When we're together, we're caressing the hair, touching and rubbing and holding hands, kissing on the cheek, on the forehead. And yes, it does include that other thing too.
There
you don't want me.
So I guess a massage wouldn't count because you want physical touch. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Physical touch. That's an example. So if he does it, don't just pay for somebody to touch me. I want you to touch me.
And listen, girl.
So get a massage table.
But I don't want to hear no complaint, because you know what? If I start off massaging, how it's going to end.
Well,
you know how it's going to end.
Physical touch. But if you give me something based on my love language, then it could work in your favor.
Look, it's going to work in my favor regardless. And somehow it's going to happen regardless.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's an example. You can get a massage table. You do the massage or whatever. All right. Gifts. I think that's pretty much
gifts.
that one. And then quality time. So what would be an example of?
Like we say, quality time is anything as long as you're content to doing it together.
So can I give an example?
Yeah.
So like for my birthday that's coming up in February, I told him, I said, hey, babe, I want you to give me for my gift, because quality time is not really my thing, but I love quality time with him. I love being with you.
We both do. We both pretty much like quality time.
Yeah. So I said, I want to go to, oh my gosh. What was the hotel?
Is that Ritz-Carlton?
Yes. I said, I want to go to the Ritz-Carlton in D.C. So that's one of the ways we'll spend quality time. So maybe for Christmas, you can do a gift certificate to a hotel for y'all to spend the day. Find somebody to watch the kids. You can just, or one of the things that we're talking about doing with our kids, they already know, we're going to go make candles, and we'll do like, they're going to make beard oils for their beard. Just something that you can do together. That's an example of quality
and since
time.
we're talking about it, and just want to say something to someone who watches the show a lot, it is very important to get time away from the kids. Don't take them with you to celebrate your anniversary and all these other things.
Yes.
Let's not do that. Being away from your children gives you time to build on your marriage, become stronger, and have a better dynamic for your children. So
you can't get nasty with your kids in the room.
I'm just saying, I just have to say that because I know some folks that
we won't call no names. All right. Well, we hope that this episode has helped you as we wrap up, as we get ready for the holidays, and hopefully it'll be a different experience for you. We encourage you to take the 5 love language assessment. Find out, because you never know. Your spouse's love language could have changed.
Yes.
You may be getting gifts and doing things, and they already been there, done that, past that.
Yeah. I just want to piggyback off that to all the fellas out there. Yes, you Let's learn these 5 love languages. We have to study our woman. It's a very difficult test, and it's forever changing. If you want to ace that thing, you got to study, prepare, and try to get an A+.
Well, that goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's not just about us. So anyway, we hope that you enjoy this episode. Listen, we appreciate your feedback. We love it when you're liking, subscribing, sharing. Yes. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate. We need those subscriptions. So because we want to be able to get out there, and not just for fame or nothing. We do this because we want to be a blessing to your marriage. So we hope that it has.
And can we say Merry Christmas to everyone?
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Yeah, well, we'll have one more episode, I think.
Well, we'll say it then, too. Then.
Yeah. All right. Merry Christmas, y'all. See y'all in the next episode of the Thencomeslove podcast. Bye. Holla.